Yeah. My name is Samuel, and today I have the pleasure to introduce our special guest. Her name is Ornella, and Ornella is a Web3 marketer and community lead at Bankless Academy. She's also, have I said marketing educator and a community lead. She's also working on DAO onboarding. And she's also a long-time Bankless contributor. That is all I managed to scrap from the internet. It's really great to be joined by all of you. And I would like now to hand over to Ornella so that she can take us through the session. So, Ornella, you're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Exodus. Hello, everyone. Also, hi, Lily. Thank you so much for organizing this opportunity. I'm super excited to share with you a little bit about my Web3 story so that maybe you can relate and see opportunities for you as well in your path. I'm super excited to share about how is it possible to grow and actually have a career in a decentralized spaces now that the internet, is available to everyone, and only with the phone and an internet connection, we can slowly start to, build a career. And yeah, Web3 gives us that opportunity to contribute, and also by giving, then, get back and grow ourselves. So it's super important. And it's awesome to see so many of you here. I'm excited for the session as well. Going to share, yeah, the story. I'm going to share the projects that I work in, Bankless Academy. I will share some tips and tricks of communities that I explored and that I am very fond of, that I really believe in the work and the mission that they are doing. So that maybe you can explore what part of those yeah, suggestions might interest you, or that are relatable to what you're doing, what you're studying. So yeah, it's important to know that all of the content, everything that I learned in Web3 was always for free. So there's no impediment. Literally, if you have your computer or your phone, an internet connection, and that willingness to move forward, to learn and, do the work, like just put your energy and your focus there, it's possible. So just I want you to know that before we start. And at the end of the call. It's totally optional, but it would be great if we could have a selfie together, a picture. So I invite you, if you didn't get your hair brushed yet, go over, get ready. At the end of the call, it would be great to have a picture. It's totally optional if you want to stay anonymous. That's respectable. But if you want to, yeah, just be in the photo, and if you have a Twitter handle, you can share that with me, or maybe Exodus and Lily can help me if you have a Twitter handle, and I can tag you on Twitter, and that can also, help us, yeah, get some visibility of these great opportunities. Because what you guys are doing, having these sessions, I think is very important. So thanks for the opportunity to be here. All right. Okay, so being that said, I'm just going to do a quick dive into my Web3 story so you can understand how did I end up here, why, and why did I stay, why does it matter? So I am from Chile. Right now I am here. It's summer here in this part of the world. This is where my family lives. I moved to Italy around a few years ago. I got married. Now I live in Italy. And yeah, when I got there, a whole transition period happened. At the same time, I learned about Web3 slowly, but the break point of how it started was the pandemic. I was really, yeah, concerned about my future. Well, as everyone, right? We were all at home without the ability to go outside. So it made you think a lot about different things in life that maybe when you go on a fast pace, you just work Monday to Friday every day, you just don't think much about that. But during the pandemic, there was time to think and analyze. So that made me think about my future. And the Chilean government at that time allowed every citizen to kind of tip into the retirement funds that we had and use them now because not everyone was ever able to work. So yeah, how were you going to survive that difficult period, right? And I did that. Then I had this a little bit of capital because you couldn't go out, you couldn't spend the money anyways. Just like pay your bills and the basic things, thankfully. But that made me curious about investing. I said, okay, I have a little bit of money. Maybe I should try to put it to work, maybe buy some shares and everything. But I got informed with my local bank at that time. And unfortunately, the bank said, no, in order to be an investor, you need to have a certain profile, you need to have assets, capital, etc. Like, be owners of houses or, yeah, just have capital in any form. And I didn't have that. So I said, maybe I can't really start. If the bank doesn't allow me to start with capital, it got me thinking and I said, okay, this is not good. This is not good. Like, we can't start. How can we grow if we can't start? If it all depends on the bank system, there must be something else. That brought me to learn by digging into the internet again, just taking my time to learn about Bitcoin, Ethereum, decentralization, tokenization, the ownership economy. And I learned so many things about decentralization. And as I was reading, it actually made sense because despite coming into this rabbit hole, right, of experiences because of a financial need, but immediately it brought me to understand there was many people around the world that were building a different possibility for everyone, like a new system that can actually be more fair, more open, more transparent. So that's how I started learning slowly about Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Then I did buy a little bit of tokens. They went up, they went down, but still something was missing. I met a lot of people that were excited. I got into different discords. Oh, because wait, I skipped a small part. My job at that time was in the music industry. So I wasn't able to work because we didn't have any events happening, right? So we tried to do like a immersive music festival online, like on streaming, and trying to investigate about that. It actually came up a boy from Canada. He studied computer science, like you guys. So he said, "Hey, have you heard about NFTs?" This was in like 2020, August 2020. Have you heard about NFTs? And I was like, "No, what is that?" He said, "You should totally learn about that because there were also going to be music NFTs in the future." Like, and then I went to Wikipedia, Google, Wikipedia NFT. It said Ethereum. Oh God, that was like boom. The moment that I was like, what is Ethereum? And I started, what is Ethereum? What is a blockchain? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just started consuming content, right? So I did both things. I learned about decentralization. I learned about the aspects. So I said, okay, I bought a little bit, just even $1, $2 at that time. You could still see when it goes up and down, right? But that was like, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. Just like watch the prices go up and down. And where's all the excitement? I mean, where's the people that are building all of that? I started thankfully understood that there were other ways to actually become part and be part of the new internet. I started meeting amazing communities. I joined a DAO at the time. It was called Bankless DAO. Now it has another name, Black Flag DAO. And yeah, at that time, that was an amazing place because you could join the DAO. The DAO meaning it was a Discord, a decentralized community with people from all over the world that organized themselves in different categories according to their skill sets. So there was like a place where you could write, a place where you could do marketing, a place where you could do videos, a place where you could do like operations, organization, documentation, different kinds of skill sets. And that was a very important moment because it showed me that I could be part of an online community and the online community needed to pursue a mission, right? That each DAO or decentralized community has like a purpose, right? Something that that community specifically cares about. So you could contribute with your skill set to actually, yeah, to support that mission. And that way, I started contributing to projects, and slowly I was able to, yeah, earn my crypto. And that was a huge moment because it's very difficult, of course, if you don't have any like finances, right, to buy crypto. So I started earning, and that was a huge breakthrough. I remember the first time I got tipped by a member of the DAO who was Marvel, and he was 80 years old, and he was tipping a few tokens to different people just because, like being nice, being polite, helping each other. So it's like a community that everyone supported each other, like, hey, I have a question on this, another person answered, etc. So probably the same for your community. Like you guys all together here, it's very important, like to support each other, to ask questions in public, and yeah, just like grow together. All right, so that world, I was there, I was exploring Web3, interacting with the blockchain. Boom, one day, unfortunately, I suffered a scam. So I understood that security was very important. I wasn't paying so much attention to that, thankfully, at that time. And so I see here Didier Crooks, our friend from Michael's Academy. He's here. So yeah, Didier and a few people in the team at that time, they were building Bankless Academy, which is a free open source application that teaches you about all these things, like what is Ethereum, what is Bitcoin, the history of money, right? How did we get to creating these decentralized systems and why it's important. And the lessons are very short and sweet. I will share my screen in a moment. So I joined the team at Bankless Academy to support them in education and marketing this education so that more people can learn about it. So that is what has brought me here. By being also a part of the community, what happens is that you also start learning about what is the public goods ecosystem, which means it could be applications, open source software, right? It could be documentation, or it could be community. All of those things are public goods. Public goods meaning that it's something that if I use it, it doesn't make like another person not use it. That's not the best wording, but if I use it, it doesn't make it more scarce, right? So digital public goods are available. For example, if you create a piece of educational content like this one, right? This is going to be online, and if someone watches it online, the other person, it doesn't mean can't watch it, So things that are available to everyone, and that's great, and of course free to use. So becoming a public goods builder in the Ethereum ecosystem, it's something amazing, a path that I really suggest. There are also more paths in Web3. You can, first start contributing to communities, as I did, in the case with Bankless DAO. And there are many, there are thousands of communities that I'm going to share a few links as well. I'm going to share my screen where you can start doing that. So again, there's no like barrier to entry. Internet, a phone or a desktop, right? Internet connection and your time. That's all you need, and your energy, right? Like you really want to learn new things. And this goes for everyone. I mean, you can and here in the computer society, right? It's more technical probably, but also if someone has other skill sets like writing, marketing, creative skill sets are also welcome. All the skill sets in Web3 are very much needed for growth. So, one second. All right. Sorry for that. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to share my screen. First, important to learn about Bankless Academy. One second, that I need to give a permission. Or I think I have to quit and reopen. No, let me see. Window, screen. Can you see my screen? Yes? Okay. Awesome. All right. So, okay. Thank you. So this is Bankless Academy. It's a free to use open source application developed by Didier Crooks, who is in the audience, and I am doing the marketing and community aspects so that more people get to know about this application. It's a great starting point. It is something that I wish I could have had when I started my crypto journey. Maybe if I would have done the Web3 Academy, the Bankless Academy courses about Web3 security, maybe I could have saved myself from that scam. I wasn't really informed, I wasn't so knowledgeable. So, important thing, as the more you know, the less riskier it is, because I mean, there's always going to be some risk in crypto. It's a new technology. You have to be careful, but the more you know, the more prepared that you are to navigate the space. So here in the app, you can explore lessons. See? So here's my profile. I have my Explorer score. I have lessons, handbooks, and glossary for specific words that I may not understand, because also learning crypto is like almost learning a new language sometimes. So for example, we'll take a look at the Bitcoin basics lesson. What is Bitcoin? Explore the first successful cryptocurrency and rethink money. So we go here, we have a few different languages thanks to different contributors. We have the lesson, and we have here an NFT. This is a badge. It's an on-chain certification of your proof of knowledge, meaning that once you finish the lesson, you will be able to mint this on the blockchain and have it in your decentralized wallet. You can show it to anyone, letting them know that you finished this lesson. See, so we're going to go here in Bitcoin basics. I'm just going to go back. Oops. Okay. So welcome to Bankless Academy, the frontier of digital innovation, right? So our mission is to provide explorers such as yourself with the best tools and knowledge to navigate the blockchain universe and go bankless. Bankless, what does it actually mean? It's let's call it, I mean, it's another word to say that you need to be responsible for your digital assets. So right now we're mostly used, right, that the bank or third parties, right, own our money, they take care of it, we just have it in the bank. But there's other ways right now, thanks to this new technology, that we can learn to be our own bank. So yeah, it's not that like you're never going to use a bank ever again. You will use it for now until everyone accepts crypto to pay things. That's not the case yet, so you will interact with the bank probably, but it's not the only way. That's the important thing. We have options now. So yeah, this is the invitation for you to learn about more. It tells you about the story of Bitcoin, a brief history of money, like how we got here. And then every now and then you have a knowledge check. See, true or false. You can answer. These ones are answered because it's a demo. We continue with the story of money, the problem, why Bitcoin was invented, what does it mean to be a scarce asset, another knowledge check, what does it mean to have self-custody, more knowledge checks, comparison, how is Bitcoin knowledge, Bitcoin network, Bitcoin mining, what it is, and a simulation and sending a Bitcoin transaction, right? So here we have a nice demo of sending a transaction. I'm just going quickly over this so then you can have this for homework, right? So innovation of money, your Bitcoin quest. And at the end, this is the important part as well, Bitcoin basics quest says, using our simplified Bitcoin simulator, send any amount of Bitcoin to Satoshi Nakamoto's address, right? So here you have to figure out how to finish this quest. Let's try it out live. So here using our, okay, this is the address where I'm going to send the Bitcoin, and I'm going to send him all the Bitcoin that I have. Oh, so nice of me. Your Bitcoin is on its way to Satoshi Nakamoto. It's now being verified by network miners. Boom, check. And it says my transaction is added to the blockchain database, which is public. Everyone can see. And Satoshi Nakamoto has now received your Bitcoin. Perfect. We can now finish the lesson. And look at this. I will now claim the badge. I have my wallet connected. Parenthesis, if you don't have a Web3 wallet yet, don't worry. We have a course on that. You can go to Wallet Basics, take the lesson, and create your Zerion wallet. I suggest highly to do so. So you can consume all the content in the app without connecting your wallet. But if you want to claim the badge here, you will have to connect your wallet. So yeah, that's your very first step as an explorer. And here, let's claim the badge. Let's see, going to connect my stamps. Here, what's happening is that I'm verifying that I'm a person and I'm not a robot. I'm going to close this window. You have to choose two ways to show. This is not taking any of your data. It's just verifying that it's one person. Oh, this is the Academy account. Let's try with another one. Yes. All right, I have connected to accounts. I can close this pop-up and claim my rewards. Let's go. Wallet protection successfully set up. Try to mint your badge again. Ooh, see here, it opens up my wallet, Zarian. I'm signing the message. It's generating the lesson badge. Oop, oops, the badge. It says the badge. It's minted, but do not worry. We will take a look at here. See, here I have all the badges. If you are new to the application, you will be able to mint the badge. It's just in my case that I am a super explorer, so I already have all the badges. All right, see here, let me just zoom in a little bit. See, you can start collecting the badge. Bitcoin basics, Ethereum basics, wallet basics. This is the one you need to do without if you don't have a wallet yet. Blockchain basics. Web3 security, very important to avoid scams and be able to navigate the space more confidently. What is layer 1 blockchains? Layer 2, introduction to DeFi. See, and you will find all the lessons here. Explore lessons, see, essentials, wallet basics, and yeah, these are the basic lessons. So I invite everyone to go over to sign up into the Academy. And how do you do this? If you go to app.banklessacademy.com or www.banklessacademy.com, for the first time, you will see a pop-up sign here, right? Boom. Start your crypto journey, take lessons, gain new skills, complete the quests, claim the badges, showcase your expertise with on-chain certifications, level up, build your digital identity through your Explorer profile. See, and we will put our email here. So yeah, this is your first step if you want to dive into Web3. Sign up to Bankless Academy. See, you've signed up. Explorer, you'll hear from us soon. Yes, so that will bring you to the newsletter so you can stay in touch. And that way you can also, we're going to soon launch our community on Telegram. Those are different tools that we use in Web3. So yeah, let's keep in touch so you can start learning. Do we have any questions? I want to make a pause here in case we have any questions before I dive into a second part of the process. Exodus,
Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to say that we're having a problem with the chat. So you can either use the Q&A section, or you can ask your questions in the Discord servers, maybe Blockchain and Web3 Club or CSOK or the WhatsApp groups, and then we'll ask the questions for you. So if you're having a problem using the Q&A section, please use the others. Yeah.
all right, thank you. Yeah, feel free to drop any questions during the session. We'll check them out at the end. Oh yeah, just raise your hand. I have no problem with diving into that. So let's go back. Share my screen again. Now, okay, let's say you took the time, right? Went through all the Bankless Academy lessons, have all your badges. You will now be prepared in a way that you can start exploring more confidently and start joining communities to kind of start applying whatever it is that you need. I mean, that you know how to do. It could be writing, it could be, marketing, it could be technical skills, if you're starting to code. That's even, the highest skill set in Web3, because it's like the core development of Ethereum, right? You can participate later on in hackathons to apply that knowledge. You can join communities that are creative to start applying your creative skill sets. There's many opportunities everywhere, but I do have to make a high emphasis that it requires patience and it requires time. So if you really want to dive into Web3 and create a career, um, this is the best way that we recommend, because it's actually what Didier and I did. Like, we participated in communities, we started building things, creating things, showing what we could do. We learned together with others, and that slowly you can start building your portfolio. Have a page with all your information, the things that you started contributing, and that can lead for example, to go in the future, apply to a Web3 job in a company, right, or in a project, or you can start your own project. So there's many ways. There's not just like one career path. There's many, many, many opportunities. And if you show up and you stay consistent, you will be able to get recognized. Your peers will support your work, and you will be able to access new opportunities depending in the area that you're at. So, but first you have to go get them. You have to learn with Bankless Academy, and then you have to contribute to communities if that's a path you're interested in. So again, for the more technical friends, hackathons is the best way to get involved. And you don't have to know everything to go to a hackathon. You can start slowly joining a team, and maybe you won't win any prizes, right? Because you're just starting out, but who knows? I mean, it's everyone starts at zero, so don't worry. There's opportunity for everyone. All right, let me share again. All right. So I'm going to share a few communities, websites that you can also follow after taking all your courses in Becca's Academy. So here, for example, Green Pill Network says turning degens to regens. Degens is the name that people call folks in the Web3 that just focus only on the financial aspect. So just like trading, which is okay, but everyone has their choice, right? But the idea is that we can actually use all these new tools and technology to do something good for the world, so that, yeah, just use it for positive things. So the Greenfield Network is a community where you can learn. There's a book, it's called The Green Pill Network, right? There's also uh, the latest books here, Impact DAOs, On-Chain Impact Networks. This book is all about all the different communities. And Green Pill says how crypto can generate the world. I saw this episode on the Bankless podcast, and that kind of like just blew my mind. Everything made so much sense, and I took it from there. So super recommended, the Green Pill Network. You can participate. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, social. See, join the Discord, join the Hub, join the Telegram. So you start going by layers. The goal of this call is to kind of help you be aware of the things that are out there so you can start exploring yourself, right? So super recommended, Green Pill Network, positive things for the world. Another nice community here, it's Pizza DAO. This is their Twitter profile. Pizza DAO, it's a DAO. Its mission is to onboard everyone to Web3 through pizza. So they do many parties around the world. I don't know if there's a pizza DAO party in Kenya. There might be. Let's see. They celebrate every May
Yeah,
22nd of the year. Oh, there is? Cool.
yeah, there is. They were actually in an event at University of Nairobi. I got
Okay.
to get some pizzas too.
Awesome. That's perfect. This
Yeah,
this is a great way to meet more people, that at least maybe you don't know anything about Web3, but of course you probably know pizza. So you just go to the event, or you can contribute to the event. You can offer yourself like, hey, I want to help here, I want to help there, and that's how you start meeting people. And yeah, just be supportive. Give before you take. Now, Pizza DAO, good to know that there's something in Nairobi happening. So yeah, super recommended as well. Another one. This is for the ladies in the audience and also non-binary friends. SheFi is a great community. It's a cohort. It's like 12 classes in 3 months. It is a paid program, but they also offer scholarships. And cohort 13 starts very soon. You have 6 more days. January 15th. They will close the applications to join cohort 13. So for all the girls, non-binary friends in the audience, this is your call to join SheFi as well and learn. And for the more technical friends, in this case, computer society, Build Guild, Biddle Guild, Biddle Guild. Yeah, the pronunciation. This is a meme. The D before the L as hold, HODL, hodl. Uh, Here it's like Biddle, Biddle Guild. Learn, build, and thrive on Ethereum. So it says Bill is educating Ethereum developers, creating state-of-the-art tools, and building cool things on chain. This is Austin Griffith, its founder. And here you have, see, learn the most important concepts and level up your skill. Join the batches. Continue learning in our batches monthly program for up and coming devs. Also, there's grants if you want to build something interesting. These are projects that come from Build Guild. And yeah, there's a lot happening, friends. So the information is here, it's online, it's available, it is free. So there's no excuses. It's all depends all on you. What else? For example, here we have Alchemy. Alchemy is also a resource that they have Alchemy University. I just wanted to share here that we are on the Alchemy website. See, Alchemy. What Alchemy recommends Bankless Academy as a free to access open source education hyperstructure, right? You can learn the basics of Web3 as a user of Bankless Academy, and then you say, I'm a technical person. I want to continue my path here. I'm going to go to Alchemy University. And again, Solidity course, which is the programming language, where builders learn to build. Fast track your Web3 journey through courses, projects, and code. And yeah, you can level up with courses from Web 2 to Web 3, Ethereum Developer Bootcamp, learn JavaScript, learn Solidity, and everything is for free, friends. So again, energy, time, internet connection, phone, desktop, and that's it. Your path is up to you. Your starting point is Bankless Academy. So I hope that this has been very inspiring for you. And yeah, I really hope to see you all subscribe to the app, and feel free to reach out. Follow Bankless Academy on Twitter, here, x.com Bankless Academy. I will share all the links after the call as well. And yeah, I will hope to see you soon. And just know that you can reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe a little applause, some emojis maybe for our guest. Uh, yeah, yeah. So, what do we do now? Okay, I wanted maybe to share something small from myself. So, actually, our journey into Web3 is kind of similar to mine too. Uh, I happened to also do some trading while I was starting, and it didn't go so well. I got liquidated. I then afterwards started using Web3 wallets. Also got dragged. not drained, maybe like 2 times. So yeah, after that, I decided to basically just get into Web3 development, and I've currently done. We have participated in several hackathons with some of my friends. Unfortunately, they are not in, and yeah, it's been a great journey. We've actually won several, and also I've lately now decided to like venture into Web3 security. So yeah, um, I think one of the things I personally like about the industry is that everything is open source. You literally don't need any permissions to contribute to any program or any community that you like. You just go, showcase your skills, do some contributions, and you end up getting rewarded for your efforts. You have lots of funding for the public goods. For example, Optimism does that, I think, every year, right? Yeah, yeah. Uh, so yeah, lots of opportunities. Um, I think at this moment would like to take any questions. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Yeah. So let us know if you have any questions, maybe in the next 5 minutes. Or maybe something Ornella mentioned that you didn't understand. Would be very happy to go through it again. So yeah, we're waiting for those questions under Q&A or in our groups. You guys are welcome to ask. I'll give you guys a few minutes so that we can have the questions. And no question is basic. So ask even the question that you think is dumbest. Will get you an answer.
Exactly. There's no stupid questions. And one of the important things is to not be shy and just ask. Everyone started at a different point, so it's totally understandable. I myself had to learn to speak up and yeah, just ask because there will be someone willing to help you out. So yeah, feel free to ask anything. Also, you can ask afterwards as well. Remember, just follow Bankless Academy on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. It's not very updated, the content right now, but if you use Instagram, you can look for Bankless Academy on Instagram, on Twitter. You can go to the application, and I really look forward to seeing everyone sign up. Um, so yeah, it would be great. So yeah, just let me know if you have any doubts. Happy to answer them.
Yeah. Okay. Even as we continue asking the questions, don't forget to set up your workspace. Yeah, we'll be having a photo. Yeah, at the end of the session. So if you're comfortable, if you can open your video, yeah, you can. We can take a photo so that we can see how many of us are joining. If you've enjoyed the session, yeah. You can utilize the Q&A section for questions, and also you can feel free to unmute if you have any question as well.
And Lilian, a question for me. I have a question. You mentioned that there's a Discord, right? Maybe you also can join the Discord and just be there to answer questions as well. Maybe that's a more comfortable space for everyone. Happy to join the Discord.
Oh yeah, yes. I'll share the links. Okay, I can see someone has raised their hand. Yeah, some feel free to unmute.
Okay, thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Great session. I don't know if the question about to ask has been asked, but I'm really curious because I've recently picked up blockchain. I don't know anything about Web3, so it's my first time interacting with Web3. I've seen it before, but I've been reluctant to just switch to Web3. But I think this year it is calling upon me to like tackle this challenge ahead. But the real question I'm really going to ask is about what will I call it? The tools. Let me call them the tools because currently I'm learning Rust so that I can build or contribute to Bitcoin. And I'm really curious because I've seen Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies. So I'm really curious. What are the actual tools? I've seen Solidity, so I'm really confused because I've picked up Rust and I'm now seeing Solidity, and I'm just confused, or it's overwhelming for me.
Yeah, I totally understand you. It's a lot of information and a lot to take in. Just so you know and have some perspective, the things that I know right now, I have like studied them for about 3 years now. I mean, yeah, this would be like my fourth year contributing into Web3. And I mean, you already know a programming language like Rust, so you have that technical skill set. I was zero technicals, but even I have learned some aspects of that technical skill set. So Ethereum basically is a decentralized network where the big difference that it has with Bitcoin, right, is that you can program applications on top of the network. You can interact, yeah, and create decentralized applications, like the same applications that you have on your phone, like any type of app, for example, Uber, or an application to ask for food, right? Or an application to interact with your bank. All those applications, instead of being centralized networks, right? You can now build applications on top of Ethereum. So that is the big difference. So everything is available, transparent, and the network is visible to everyone. So what this also allows is that you, with a Web3 wallet, you're able to interact with these applications. With my wallet, I can connect it to an app and I can interact with it. So for example, I can send tokens, I can send transactions, and every day there's more different types of applications available. So now there's social applications like Farcaster, Lens, and all decentralized. So they don't have that information blockers like Instagram and all those things. So if you if someone is uh, learning, for example, Solidity is the programming language that is used to create the smart contracts, which are like, like the laws, how applications interact with each other, and how my wallet, for example, talks with the blockchain to do one thing or another, and it does it autonomously. So baby steps. Just I think another great website that I didn't share that you can also learn is ethereum.org. So it will let you know everything that Ethereum is, because it is a network that, yes, you can send tokens, and it's like it will help you be your own bank, and it has this whole financial aspect to it. But it's the most important part is the fact that you can build applications on top of the network. And that's why becoming a builder is a much more interesting path, in my opinion, to make a career and hopefully also earn in crypto, and then use your crypto, to grow in your life. So I hope that is helpful. It's a lot to take in, but just remember that. We have our hand up for Didier. Didier, please go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, all good.
Okay, cool. I just want to add like something about the programming language in general. So I'm not, the one you choose should be the one you're like the most comfortable with. It's not too important when you start to pick one or the other. Just try one and build something, try something, and try iterate and like experiment with it. So yeah, Rust is a good language. JavaScript in general can do a lot of things. As this how we build, for example, Bankless Academy with React, and like yeah, Solidity is another good one. But yeah, doesn't really matter which one you use. Just try and build stuff, test stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Didier. Thank you so much. Sam, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Didier. Thank you, Ornella, for the, let's say, encouraging words or the insights. But I think my biggest challenge will be conceptualizing Web3, because I'm coming from a tech background as well, right? So I can in my mind I can conceptualize Web2 in some sense. Like I know what's happening in APIs, I know databases, I know that also is in Web3, but I'm really having a tough time conceptualizing Web3. Now, you did mention that we can build on top of Ethereum, for example, right?
Yes.
So in my mind, I'm trying to think, what does that even mean? What do they mean by saying building on top? And okay, I'm just having a little bit hard time conceptualizing, because my goal at the end of the day, learning Web3, is because I want to contribute to the climate space. Things about conserving waste management, for example, because I want to figure out a way where I can help people earn by doing some waste management or conserving the environment somewhere. So I'm trying to think about a way I could use Web3 to do that. So I'm just having a little bit hard time conceptualizing Web3, but I just hope that with time, it will become much more clear. So thank you for the knowledge you guys have provided.
Thank you. Didier wants to get back.
Yeah, just not sure if I'm answering the correction, the question, or like the what you said correctly, but like the difference between building Web 2 and Web 3 things. Usually, you use like similar Web 2 services that are connected to the blockchain to build like the Web 2, the Web 3 dApps in general. And I'm gonna try to drop a link with you mentioned you're like really interested into Rust, and there is like a page called Awesome Blockchain Rust, and you can find a lot of like existing dApps and projects built in Rust. So yeah, you should check it out. I'll try to copy paste it in the chat.
Awesome. Thanks, Didier. I understand the chat is not available, but we'll can get the Discord. We'll get that link to you, Sam. So yeah, great questions, because it is hard to grasp at the beginning, but as you see examples, that might help a lot. So we'll get that link to you. I saw another hand up. Someone else raised their hand. Please do not hesitate to raise it again.
Yeah, I think that was Stan. So
Yes.
Stan, you can go.
No, seems we're missing Stan for now.
Yeah.
But Stan, feel free to ask later on the Discord as well. We'll be there.
Yeah, I think maybe as we wait for another hand. Okay, some can go. Some.
Okay, I'm just curious because you keep mentioning Discord. Have you guys shared the link? Because I can't seem to find it.
The links we're having an issue with the chat, so we have posted the links on the Q&A section. So
Q&A.
you can check over there. Yeah, and then you'll see the links. So yeah, maybe just to add a little on what Didier had mentioned. So Sam mentioned that he had a hard time comprehending the Web3 side because he's from Web2, and maybe let me try to simplify it in a way. In Web2, you have web hosting services like AWS maybe, and you have APIs like I think REST API, and I don't know much about Web2 myself. So when you come to Web3, basically what was your backend in Web2 becomes a smart contract, right? That is where you have like the instructions of what your program is going to do. And then your smart contract is now deployed to a network, which is, for example, Ethereum. And Ethereum is it's like immutable. So after you deploy your program, you can't really change the logic, and why we say it's immutable stuff. So after that, you have the API things. So when you come to Web3, I think you deal with RPCs. I don't know whether it's exactly the same. So you basically use RPCs to communicate with the blockchain to make requests and get info. So yeah, I hope that simplified it a little bit. I hope I have not complicated it.
Thumbs up from Sam. Awesome. I'm dropping some links here in the Q&A.
Yeah, I can still see Stan unmuting and maybe trying to talk. So Stan, please.
Hello, hi. Can you hear me kindly?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Ornella, and it's really an insightful session. I think my take will be maybe to try and highlight more because when I'm quite new to the Web3 space, I can't say much, but you've really shared some really nice resources, and thank you for that. But my major question will be on there's a lot of buzzwords like project, working on Web3 projects. Will you kindly highlight on that maybe, at least to get maybe a heads up on the same, because people are really talking about projects and I really can't seem to get my head around. Maybe if you can highlight that, appreciate and thank you. Thank you.
Sure. You mean like what is a project? What do you mean by a project, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I also was very confused at the beginning, but okay, maybe I'll get a little bit philosophic, that's the word, sorry. Okay, so think of it, everything in life is basically a project. Your life is the best project you'll ever work on, right? And the fact of taking everything as a project is something that, has a goal, you want to head somewhere, right? And then you start analyzing what are all the steps that I need to do to get there, right? To make that happen. So I would say it's even an art, right? The art of understanding and taking that goal, that vision, and put it down, on a document, on a paper. That's how you build a project, right? So you have projects that could be very long term. For example, your career, right? Or your life, right? Get a house, etc., right? That is a big project. Or you can have short-term projects. For example, even in your house, right? It could be something in your house. Now, on the more technical side, it's like I'm going to build a certain application, right? Or I'm going to test this new function. That could be a project. So you have a beginning, you have your input, you have your output. This is how we start. This is how I want it to end, right? And then you set a timeline, as in, okay, this project A needs to be finished in about, 1 month. That's like very short term. This project, it's something that requires deeper work. That is going to be, for example, it will take a year. Or maybe I have another project, and this project will take 5 years, 10 years. There's all these different timelines, right? And kind of separating that goal into mini goals, and those mini goals into day-to-day steps, day-to-day actions. Like, what is the very first thing I can do today with the resources, the time, and the knowledge that I have to go towards that path? So that is like a more philosophical, right? More general aspect of what is a project. But in Web3, when we refer to projects, like for example, Bankers Academy is a project. It was an idea that was born from a need. There was a goal to create the application, right? And then the team started building that slowly by different short-term goals, medium goals that would then lead us to the final goal, which is the development of the app. So for example, Bankers Academy as a project is a public good. And if you start getting to know more communities, you'll find that people have different projects, right? For example, Sam here, you mentioned that you wanted to do something with climate. So he's probably going to create a project, it's like, Sam for Climate's going to be called, right? And what's the idea? From here for a year, he wants to make a local impact in his city, right? And what does he need to do? Maybe waste management in a specific area of the city. And so he builds a website, or he, creates a community. He builds a communication explaining what is it that Sam for Climate does, right? What the project does. And then you can also use on the blockchain, you can participate in Gitcoin, Giveth, other activities with your project, right? And your project can actually apply to receive funding on chain to make it happen. So let's say then you win a mini grant, you take that funding, you put funds in action, you make the impact locally, and then you continue maybe to a second phase of the project. Important thing to always start small baby steps, and just always have a vision towards like what is it that you're looking to achieve with that specific project. I hope that is helpful.
Yeah, Peter. Peter, you can take the stage. I see your hand is up.
Maybe before Peter does it, thank you, Ornella. At least you've given a clear breakdown. Maybe looking at a certain problem and maybe trying to find the solution towards it, and also maybe trying to leverage the power of blockchain. But from whatever I've gathered, from whatever you've said, I think mostly, they're trying to maybe build on communities and try to figure out what's new and how to go around it, both technically and then non-technical part. So thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for the question. Peter. Peter, I think, was first. And then we can take the last one from Sam. Peter, are you still around?
Looks like he has unmuted, so I think it's an issue with the mic. Maybe you can use the Q&A section if your mic is having an issue. Yeah, Sam, you can go.
Okay, sorry. I think maybe I'm asking a lot of questions, but please bear with me.
Of course.
I'm really interested in Web3. Like something in my soul has been sparked, so I'm really interested in this Web3. And so I think the most important question I should have asked in the beginning was about the foundations when it comes to Web3, because from a Web2 perspective, there's some foundations you need to have, things like data structures and algorithms, understanding how the internet works, things like that. So when somebody is switching from Web2 to Web3 or just starting with Web3, what are like the most important foundations they need to have for them to pick things up, for example, or uh, have a solid foundation of picking anything in the Web3 space? What are the foundational skills that one needs to have? Technical, non-technical, please.
Sure. Thank you. I'm super happy to hear that something sparked your heart. And yeah, it keeps you asking. That's great. It's very important. So thank you for stepping up. Honestly, Sam, I mean, the foundations, you're gonna build them because this is, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin started in 2009, Ethereum 2014, right? And it's new technology, right? So I would say you need certain foundations probably to apply later on in your career to a role in Web3, maybe in a big project or a company, right? Or a protocol, right? But to start, I would say the foundations um, is the curiosity, right? The consistency, the willingness to learn, and yeah, mostly consistency. Like there's no requirement to start learning Web3. I would say the only difficulty could be in some countries. Thankfully for you guys, I understand you're all proficient in English, which is a really great thing because a lot of people in the world, they still have to go over the language barrier to start learning Web3. So you guys got that covered, which is great. Um, it has to do more with yourself, like your discipline to learn, your discipline to work, to stay consistent and to keep on learning. But there's no like previous requirements. I would say, again, if you just have the language, the internet connection, and opportunities like these where you can start, kind of getting access or being aware of positive things in Web3 and certain ecosystems early on in your Web3 journey, that is great. Then as you move forward, you will understand what is it that you need. For example, if you want to apply to a certain role in a community, they will let you know what is it that you need. If you want to apply to a job later on, they will let you know what is it that you need. Another important tip later on, if you want to get a Web3 job, is like, for example, you can start even now, just taking a look at roles and description of the roles. So, for example, when you see we're hiring, and also always be mindful to click on official websites, right? Because there's a lot of scams going on around job applications. Never download video applications to do interviews and things like that, because that's how wallets get drained. So if you see a job description, right, from a prestigious protocol or an important project, take a look at what they're asking. Like the role is this, the person should do this or that, and you will see what is it, what level you need to reach in tooling, knowledge, yeah, just for general knowledge to apply to those roles. And that could actually help you understand what is it that you need to learn to probably level up to the next phase of your career.
I think maybe Ornella, small. I hope you don't mind kindly. Thank you for the highlight. And I think we really need to also have a more deeper conversation on the same, because the sort of scamming that's going around, and also maybe getting to know like really what do these guys require. Maybe it's a skill set they need, and I think it's a conversation we should maybe Goduling focus to also have on a deeper range, because you being well versed on the same, I think it can be really a good go. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Great to hear those words, Stan. Yeah, be very mindful, friends, generally while navigating the space. So if you subscribe to to newsletters, just like make sure that the newsletter comes from the official email. If you get emails telling you that you got like some airdrops or things that you have not requested, that you have not signed up for, always be careful. I personally do not click on anything nowadays. I don't even answer to people that I don't know on chats. So yeah, just like be wary, but be knowledgeable, and that will give you confidence to navigate. Yeah, just don't get like I don't know how to say the word when there's a lot of shiny things going on, right? And you just like, oh, about airdrops and things. Just, when it's too good to be true, yeah, it is too good to be true. So just like, look, if you learn blockchain, study at Bankers Academy, start learning new things, you will be informed. You will be able to start using the blockchain, testing things. And yeah, there is possibilities that you can get airdrops, but it has to come naturally. Why? Because you studied the blockchain, because you used it, you minted an NFT, you did a transaction, right? But you learned without worrying about this airdrop, right? And then probably in the future, the protocol does, retroactive reward for all the people who were early adopters or early testers of their protocols, right? So all those opportunities exist, but just be very careful when navigating the space. All right, and Peter, we're going to take one more question from Peter. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I had problems with my mic, so I'll go ahead. First, thank you for your insights. I'm not an expert in Web3, neither am I a beginner. My focus is on Web2 technologies, and Web3 has been hailed as a transformative technology with a lot of emphasis. But with any emerging technology, challenges and drawbacks exist. So my question is, could you shed light on some of the key challenges and the scams that have been associated with Web3? Because there's been a lot of hot air around Web3 and a lot of negativity towards adopting Web3. So in areas like scalability, regulation, and even adoption from the users, what measures can developers and even stakeholders take to address these issues? And how can people who want to venture into Web3 as newbies maybe avoid getting into these loopholes around Web3? Thank you.
Absolutely. I would be happy to answer more on the side of a user because I'm not a technical person. Maybe if you're still around, maybe you could answer from a developer standpoint on the builder aspect. Just let me know if you're still available. If not, all good. From a user standpoint, in the meantime, I would say that it's important to, be informed, read a lot, understand what is it that you're interacting with, and just read a lot, inform yourself on examples of scams, things like that. So yeah, you can kind of refine your eye, right? And also that is a more like on a day-to-day basis, like be careful when you interact with the blockchain. Now, in general, we've learned that, I don't know, like it's very difficult for people or humanity in general to kind of understand new technologies when the train was created, right? Like it got pushed back because like, why would this be better than the horses? I don't know, things like that. Like every time there is a new technology, there's something that's called like the technology curve, or I'll share a link after as well. It's like you have the people, it goes like this, right? When a new innovation comes and, it gets adopted for only a few amount of people, right? And then calling like the very early adopters. Then as it gets massive, the technology gets popular, people try to understand it, right? And then there's like mass adoption, and like almost everyone, even your grandma, your cousin, your auntie, they also know about it, right? But we know that we're far from that. Yeah, it's getting more available. People are being more aware, but it also depends on the region, on the geographic region, how advanced. Obviously, for example, in the United States, in San Francisco, which is like a technological startup place, it's much more advanced than in other places, but that doesn't mean that you can't get access to it at all, because the information is literally just everything online. So it is very sad that the industry as a whole has a bad reputation, right? Because again, it's a technology, so some people will use it for positive things, and yeah, it's also people that will use it for negative things, unfortunately, or would make not the best use of it, right? Like fire, fire, you can use it to warm yourself, to cook yourself a great meal, but if you misuse it, you will burn yourself, right? It's too hot. So technology has this aspect to it that it will serve its purpose depending on the person, right, who uses it. And there are scams, there are people, that are creating tokens, that, yeah, if you invest in those tokens, then you're probably going to lose all your funding, because they're not meant to be something so that everyone can win, So it's, yeah, I mostly recommend of being aware of that aspect, but do not let it take you down from exploring Web3. There's a lot of amazing people around the world that are builders, that are focused on the technology. And then, yes, if you have any benefits afterwards, because you built something amazing and you got rewarded, because you created a product, you were able to sell it. I don't know, just because you built, yes, you will get financial retributions, but the most important aspect to it is not the financial, at least in our opinion. It's a great tool so that we can improve our lives. And yeah, this is why we're bringing awareness to Web3 from this positive side, like learning, building, connecting with great communities, so you can get to know the good side of crypto instead of the bad side first. But yes, be aware, all those things, scams, they do exist. Each country also approaches crypto regulation differently, so it's very important that you inform yourself as well. Let's say in the future, if you start to contribute and you learn and you start earning in crypto, you will have to learn how your country or the place that you live in, right? What are the regulations towards crypto? Yeah, it's important to be informed depending where you are. And as time passes, more information becomes available. So in theory, it should be easier to understand and see what is the local situation regarding cryptocurrency. So yeah, new technologies are difficult to they generally do have a bad reputation on crypto. Unfortunately, sometimes it's very bad, but we're working baby steps so to help you see that there's a positive side out there with great people building great things, and with very good intentions. So yeah, I hope that is helpful.
Maybe I can also add that crypto has something a bit special where usually you have like cycles that so far have been like working with 4 years. Every 4 years there is like a bear market, and then there is a bull market. Then usually things get a bit overhyped. Everyone promises a lot of things, and then people get disappointed, and then the price goes down because like someone tried to rug people, etc. So yeah, don't get scared by these actors, and like yeah, try to follow trusted sources and people that have been there for a lot of time.
Exactly. Thanks, Didier. Hope that was helpful, Peter, from the user side, and yeah, from the cycles. That is so true. From the developer aspect as well. Yeah, I think builders also have to learn the same things that users and see how to apply that in the best way to what they're building. But yeah, if you build great things, that will be helpful. If you build something positive in Web3, that will be helpful to start changing the reputation of this amazing technology slowly. Yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah. So if there are no further questions, I think we can end this point. So I really want to thank you all for the attendance. Honestly, I didn't think the number would be this big. Uh, it's great to see people interested in learning Web3. And yeah, for Ornella and Didier Cruz, uh, yeah, I thank you so much for accepting to be the guest in this session. And also in absentia, I must mention Santiago. He's the one who connected us. And yeah, I'm really grateful for everything. I really hope that we have some partnerships in the future. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. So if you have any other questions that may come up, Ornella, I think shared their their social media pages, and also CSOK and blockchain. So you have lots of avenue to choose from where to ask your questions. And so I think at this point we can take the group picture. So for those who feel like turning on their camera, most welcome. I think maybe one of the things Ornella mentioned about Web3 is that yeah, hello, is that the industry is like has really great vibes. There's no official stuff. No one wants to know maybe where you come from, what's your name, what's your religion. Guys just mix, talk a lot, and I mean it's really great. I've been around for like almost a year, and I really like it. So yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to turn on your cameras. Lilian,
Nice. Hello, Sam. Great to
I
see
start
you.
mentioning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very important what you just said, Exodus, because it's like I mean, yeah, if you meet people, people will be interested. And it's like, oh, you're from here. Yeah, but as a friend, you know, as like getting to know you, not that it matters for you to be a contributor. You know, it doesn't determine like if you studied or not, did you get a degree or not, like what country do you come from? Like it doesn't matter. Just show up, you know, everyone is on the same page. Just become a builder and show what you got to do, you know, like just be yourself and opportunities will come. All right.